We're not in game.
Snip, snip, chomp, chomp. It's an easy question. What's better?
Chomp, chomp.
I knew it. I knew it was better. I just needed you to confirm that you're on the same page. I like it a lot. Well, Gwen going to be locked in. So we're trading interesting choices here.
Oh my.
As that's a Kali.
Oh, Satap is bringing
just
it
doing
back.
some stuff, man.
I've
Oh
not
my
seen that in a
goodness.
while.
This is Challenger DRX that can now play DRX Akali in the mid lane. Huge. Huge. You love to see it. Absolutely amazing stuff.
Rocket belt, and it's going to be okay.
I think it should be that. Satap going to throw out the ultimate here. Perfect execution is available, but he's going to use it defensively. Needs to get out of there. Wow, down to about 100. As he does get back home. I'd like to see it. You know, then you've got side laning Akali. And into Gwen has historically been a great matchup.
This is a big fight here. Really important here for either team to get an early lead.
Frog the Croc lying in wait in the river, natural habitat. They're going to dive on top of him. He does manage to get the Dominus off, as now he's trying to press as many buttons as he can, but First Blood goes to the Gwen. Disaster for DRX, as in goes Satap, looking for some opportunities, but he's not able to get them. Now flashing 5-point strike goes wide, but he does manage to take down the Gwen. It's a double for Diablo, though. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it was kind of cute that it did. And now 2,000 gold and a herald the lead for Live Sandbox.
Satap has given us a definitive answer. I am not shivving. Not this game, but a 2k gold deficit. And we haven't... Oh, Diablo's dead.
Oh, yeah, Diablo's very dead. He's
Wow,
doing
that's
his very best to
huge.
press the button, but it doesn't really happen. So there we go.
I feel like if you committed that much time to trying to make it work, as that's a hook.
Yeah, hook going to connect. Korea in so much trouble. Cease and desist. Yep, Vincenzo is going to get his wish. Absolutely. Because that Rakan isn't doing anything. It might be second item here for Pletty.
I think the takeaway is that it's overrated and you shouldn't buy it as all.
Okay, there's a flay back as Plan B's trying to keep himself alive. In goes the Vi. And Diablo, he's got some good guns for a fight, but you can see Korea looking for his opportunity, and it's DRX that are coming to life in this game. I didn't even see the power spike. It didn't actually happen.
Even without a shiv, it turns out you can win a fight, as it is the engage from DRX that we talked about a little bit, looking at their composition. Rakan, Wukong is a combo that can start off fights. Maybe not. He should be fine. No, he's not. He's dead.
He's very dead.
You know, career.
That
is so high. We are probably trading Croc for Dragon.
Ooh, flash comes through. There's a cease and desist as the needlework is coming down. Frog trying to survive. But it's a difficulty. Does at least have a Q as now Satap's going to turn up. Finds a backflip onto, I believe it was his Shroud as perfect execution comes in. He does execute the Vi. The Gwen. The Vi comes down as well, so I guess I would have been right. I was just a little bit ahead of myself as it's a double kill for Satap. And this Akali, 4-1-1 now. Possible win condition here for DRX. Because he's a problem, the Zera becomes a problem. It's really interesting how that kind of works.
Also, I haven't seen this Akali skin lose. We'll get spotted.
True, as the charm comes in, and Satap just gonna have to slink into... Oh, Mega Cone, never mind. As cease and desist comes forward, and now who's trapped in where with who? As the Vi is going to disintegrate into small particles. Same thing to happen here for Korea, who is wondering where all his friends went.
That does require Sandbox to actually get to that point. And right now, I think it's even, and it just depends on which team gets the Baron at first, because Sandbox dive is obviously completely insane. A Sponge
is going to get ulted there, but is just going to lose half of his health bar. Otherwise, he's absolutely fine. Korea finds the backline. Plan B in a bit of trouble. Hook is going to go wide, but Platter is still just dead. Goody looking for the backline now. As into the backline goes Satap as well. Manages to execute one, but he's dead now, and Dahyuk is the real carry. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about the Gwen, as now Korea is running for his life and will actually escape. Able to avoid the charm there quite nicely. But Live Sandbox, they had Baron on the brain. We got some pings out from DRX wanting to clear out that bottom wave as Satab's going to get engaged on. This is what we were asking for earlier on. He breaks the stopwatch as Sponge looking to try and get into that backline. Does get some knockups onto the Aphelios, and Diablo, he's out of there, but it means he can't support the rest of his team. Sponge is the one that goes down, and Satab trying to be the hero, but it does not work, and Diablo will still be able to find it. Over the wall goes Good. He looks for the charm, but he does not get it. Platta's going to be gifted that kill on a silver platter. Bad news bears there, unfortunately, but still, Liv Sandbox going to be able to break down the base of DRX and look to take this game. Plan B almost actually catching him out there, as now Liv Sandbox just going to move towards these minions that are already trying to get to work on this turret. Satab finishes off this minion wave, but cease and desist is going to come forward there. Sponge going to get charmed up as well as Goody goes golden. Wants to be able to click this lantern, but he isn't going to be able to. That is going to be the kill for Pleta, but Sponge is going to go down as well, followed immediately by Frog, as Diablo is a raid boss. He's an absolute monster on this Aphelios, and now going to push towards this inhibitor turret on the top side of the map. Doesn't exactly have optimal guns for the upcoming team fight, but he's got a lot of items, so he's pretty happy with the whole situation regardless. As Korea and Satab looking to try and stop Daihak, who does have a Banshee's Veil complete. Goes into the mist as Satab is going to be able to find him with a few of these buttons. As Pleta, I don't know whether I would be here if I were you, my friend, but he's still going to survive, at least for now.
But at what cost?
And yeah, Diablo's now got red and white, and so he's just going to eliminate this inhibitor. Congrats on that one.
Uh-oh.
As now they're still going to look for the engage. A little bit of a dash.
Hard force this.
As Daihak does get over the wall. Mega Blast Cone going to be available. Interrupted by the Cyclone. That's beautiful. As now Daihak should go down. It should be Soul Point, I guess. As, all right, Everfrost actually doing a fair bit of work. Daihak does fall, but the rest of the team are now here. Into the backline goes Satab. He goes golden at the perfect time, avoids the death sentence. Good play to come through here from Plan B, who set up the box to create that play space for Diablo to work with. And he's going to be able to get out of there. And DRX, they do lose Korea, and therefore it is a 1-for-1 with Baron going to Liv Sandbox.
Like, no, I'm not talking like a nice, like, I get that grass can be like, but actual just straight up red, like that red.
Yeah, that would be not great. As, okay, got an engage. Sponge is dead once again. Why did you pick Wukong? I'm so upset about it. Like, really upset about it. It makes me so mad. Like, that was a misplay. I'm not going to say that Liv Sandbox outplayed him by mind controlling into picking Wukong.
Wukong is the problem!
Yeah.
Says Atlas, shouting from the rooftop.
Yeah, and look, he wasn't, and I think a lot of it was to do with the Sandbox just playing better as they look for the re-engage. Satab will find the Thresh. Goody gonna go down as well, though. It's a double. Okay, Satab, are you gonna find it? This could sell about 400 skins for Zeka if you get the outplay. Imagine if it was a pentakill. But no, they don't go in.
They're holding on.
They are, for now.
They're fine. Just a very well-rounded, strong composition. The downside, Satab has death cap.
Yeah, he's big.
Has his GA.
Whoa, they're flashing, looking to try and get on top of Diablo, but he's still alive and at full health as he flashes his way out. And now the Aphelios dives into the backline, just does whatever he wants. Korea gonna get a decent little knock-up, but it's just a little knock-up. It's not going to save this game. Look at the huge shield. They could not touch this Aphelios. He's just gonna wreck their house, and Liv Sandbox will get the reverse sweep in this best of 3.
And Sandbox get it done here. The upset on DRX earned Atlas. Great drafts in all 3 games. In game 1, execution isn't really there. They got shivved.
They did.
But then in game number 2,
they went to the med bay, they got sorted out, and everything was A-okay. That's what happened. Honest day's work is going to pay off in the end. And Liv Sandbox, after 3 games, they just do it. They just do the work, and they take home the victory.
From this Crocodile, and I know Daihak did really well, but you know...
Yeah, it's got to be Dibble Dabble.
It's got to be Dibble Dabble, the 15-year-old wonder boy.
Mm-hmm. Man, look at that difference in assists as well. 30 extra assists. That's nutty. A little bit of extra team play being done here by Liv Sandbox when it was them with a Gwen in a side lane the majority of the time. It's kind of interesting. But they were just able to support their team a little bit more than DRX was able to. It just shows that Satab was so much about how DRX were winning this, but he was going in by himself in order to try and lock down those kills and things like that.
Yeah,
it didn't quite work.
There we go.
There's our boy. Picks it up. That's his first one here for the season as well. As Lift Sandbox haven't been doing the most massive amount of winning, which is why as well this is so impressive from this squad, being able to hold it together and take down the second place team from last season in pretty commanding fashion in the last 2 games. Even after getting shivved, they had a shiv wound and they still managed to do it.